On today's episode of Spellz, you'll need 2 paper clips, some bills like a $5 bill or a $10 bill, and a skeleton key. Get ready to have some fun.
You scared me.
Speaking of scary things, today's episode of Spellz is all about haunted magic.
Yes, haunted magic.
Magic has a long history of being very spooky. Fear of the unknown is a powerful thing.
Today's episode will put the spellbinding in Spellz.
I'm Spooky J. Boudini.
And I'm Bridget Haunted Hall.
And prepare yourselves for lots of ghoulish fun on today's show.
Let's make some haunted magic.
Speaking of spooky things, look. Haunted paper clips. You don't believe. No, these are haunted. Look. I'll prove it to you. These are haunted paper clips. Look, I've got a bill. $5 bill. I'm gonna fold it up. I'm gonna put one paper clip on one end of the bill, okay? Clip the other clip, haunted clip, on the other end there, like that. Now, are they definitely separate?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
But watch, just like a ghost passes through a solid wall, just a pull. Boom. Oh, look. They're now linked together. I told you they were haunted. Here's how you do this one. Now, we told you we're gonna show you some stuff that's easy. Doesn't get any easier than this. The secret is the fold. It's not much of a secret. You fold the $5 bill into kind of a Z or a Z or an S, okay? Remember that part. Then if you take a paper clip, an ordinary paper clip, and you clip it through so that it's sort of going over 2 folds, the bottom one and the middle one. Okay.
Okay.
Then I take the other one and put it through the middle one and the top one.
Okay.
That's your position. You can see they're totally separated, right?
Yep.
Now here's my favorite part. It's automatic. All you have to do is grab the 2 ends of the bill, pull with a real snap, and look. Every time they link. I barely understand how this one works myself.
Wow.
Welcome to another installment of Boudini's Buography. Bridget?
Jay, tonight we're going to look at, well, you tell me. You're the tricky history expert. Jay?
Right you are, Bridge. Tonight's subjects: the famous magician Harry Houdini, seances, and ghosts.
Jay!
Yes, Bridge?
What are seances?
Seances are when you try to talk with ghosts or spirits. Early in his career, Houdini and his wife would get people together and do phony seances. They pretended to call up the ghost of someone's loved one. Houdini would push his knees up under the table and lift it to make it look like a ghost was moving it. But really, it was him all the time. Later, Houdini stopped doing this. In fact, he began to expose the people who held these phony seances. By this point in his life, Harry Houdini was so famous that he had to go to those seances in disguise. He usually wore a fake beard and glasses so people wouldn't know who he was. And when someone would pretend to call up a ghost of a loved one by pushing their knees up under the table, Houdini would then rip off his fake beard to show everyone who he was and how the table trick was done.
Cool. So
he exposed the fakes because they were charging people a lot of money for these seances that weren't real.
Right you are, Bridge. Actually, speaking of seances, right now I'm going to attempt to conduct one of my own, see if I get a message from the man, Harry Houdini.
I think I hear him.
Actually, Bridge, that's just my tummy rumbling. I'm a little hungry. Ooh. Look at this, look at this. Sometimes magic's fun, sometimes it's just plain spooky. It looks just like a key, right?
Yeah.
Inside the key is a trapped spirit. There's a spirit inside here. Now, sometimes I can get the spirit to come out. Other times I just do a card trick. Watch. Spirit come out. Spirit, come out of the key. Oh, here it comes. You can see the key.
Is that moving?
Look, 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 look.
But how...
Oh, don't be scared, I'm here. Here is how you do this one. Of course, the key is not haunted in any way. It's my old friend, gravity, kicking in again. Okay, now this does take a little bit of practice, but the great thing about it is you can do it anywhere, and it really just uses a skeleton key, okay? You can get this at a hardware store. What I'm doing, Bridge, is it's on my hand. You want to make sure where you put it is everything, okay? You don't put it there. You actually put it so this little part of the key is at the base of your thumb, okay?
Okay.
Now look, I'll do the fast version. If I tip my hand all the way, you'll see that the key turns right over. But of course, if you do that, people go, hey, you just tipped your hand. So you do it very slowly, okay?
Okay.
And you cup your hand a little bit. You cup it a bit, and that'll also conceal the fact. So as slowly as I can. What's fun about this trick is it's one of those ones you never know when the magic's actually going to start. You bend your hand, you do some twirling action. The other hand sort of gives a little misdirection. They don't quite, they won't notice as much that the other hand is tipping. And then once it starts, you want to make sure you kind of slow it down. Practice this, and you get it to go. And this one is one of these ones that always really spooks people. One of the real keys to magic is misdirection. And misdirection means that you do something to draw people's attention away from where you're going to do the tricky move. For example, I might point or say a word. When people look over there, I do something over here. That's the key to misdirection.
Haunted houses and ghastly ghosts have been around for centuries, but do ghosts really exist?
Did you see, what was that? Did you see it?
Relax, Jay, we're just having some fun. Chances are ghosts don't really exist.
There actually are ghost hunters. One of the most famous of them all used to be a magician. His name is Dr. Richard Wiseman, and he has taken hundreds of people to some of the world's most haunted locations in search of ghosts. In one of his most famous ghost hunting tests, he took them to a street in Edinburgh, Scotland, called Mary King's Close, that was world famous for being haunted. Over 350 years ago, the street was closed up so no one could get in or out. The reason it was closed up was because of a plague, which is a very contagious disease. So the street was closed up to try and stop the plague from spreading.
Boy, this is spooky stuff.
Many years later, when the street was reopened, people claimed to see the ghosts of those who had been closed in.
So you're saying there's no such thing as ghosts, right?
Nope.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes, Jay, I'm positive.
Why don't you tell him? This is an observation test. Observe. Use them eyes. Observe. Here we go. Huh? Oh, ah, oh, hey. How many cards were there? Were there? 4. Okay, you got that 4. There were 4. What color were the backs? Blue, green, yellow, red. That's right, they were red. Were they queens? Were they kings? Aces. They were the aces, the 4 aces. Are they getting closer to you, or am I getting further away? Am I getting further? Oh. Let's do a very simple observation test here with just the 4 aces. I'm going to take one of them, in this case the ace of diamonds. and leave that on the table. The ace of diamonds. Take another one, in this case, the other red, the ace of hearts, down on the table. Question is, which went down first, the hearts or the diamonds? Uh-oh. Hearts and diamonds here. Down here, the clubs and the spades. I did say it was an observation test.
Wow, we sure did learn a lot of cool tricks and stuff about haunted magic today.
Hey, where the heck is that noise coming from?
What noise?
The noise that happens every time one of us says haunted magic. See you next time.
I'm gonna put a card, the 8 of hearts to be precise, down on the table. And I am going to take the full spades.